9?
Who would have guessed that Chris Filmmaker 123 made it onto the show?
Yeah, he's so famous. Guys, this is my brother, and if you've seen our...
Check out chrisfilmmaker.com. Just kidding.
Okay. We have some videos together called Movie Talks. You should go to his channel, Chris Filmmaker 123. Look it up. Pretty good, because I'm in it. Anyway, we are here to give you our top 10
fantasy films.
Yes, we do like fantasy films. We just thought we'd give you a top 10 fantasy films. So sit back and relax, and let's get started. Alright, so let's begin with number 10. After you, Chris Filmmaker.
Number 10, number 11, you mean?
We're not in the Stardust. I'll go.
Well, you know what, guys? As a movie person, I watch movies. I see movies all the time. We eat, breathe, pretty much go to bed with movies. But one of the things is you have to remember that it's got to stay fresh for a long time. You don't just watch a movie once and say, "Oh, I might see it a second time," and not see it. So that's what it's always been for me. And I'm putting, and Kenneth disagrees with me, I'm putting Return of the King, The Lord of the Rings, number 10.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yep, but it was number 10. I felt like it deserved to be put on this list as number 10. Because I felt it was pretty good. It's one of my favorites, actually, out of all of them, but I always treat the Lord of the Rings series all the same. I've seen it way too many times, and I want to make my movies completely different.
Alright, number 10 for me is a classic fantasy movie, The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz?
The Wizard of Oz. Now, this movie, I mean, this is like one of the first movies that you ever see when you're a kid. I mean, at least for my generation. It was like one of the first movies. And the songs stick with it. You know, we're off to see The Wizard or somewhere over
if I only had a bird.
Yeah. And the Scarecrow sings a song too. But anyway, I just think The Wizard of Oz is a great movie, and what better way to start up the list than to have The Wizard of Oz. Moving on to number 9.
Kenneth, after you.
No.
Okay, well, number 9 for me is being a classic that none of you guys have heard about. Well, actually, most of you guys have. But it has not been that appreciated. And this is an old American classic. That's right, Sleepy Hollow. Headless Horseman, and a lot of characters in it. It's a Tim Burton movie. I'm going to be reviewing, well, not reviewing, I'm going to be saying a lot of Tim Burton movies.
He's a Tim Burton big fan.
And so, Sleepy Hollow is up there.
With Johnny Depp. It was a pretty good movie.
Yep.
Acting and lots of good effects. Number 9 on my list is a movie that proves you don't have to have a big budget to get big laughs. It is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Or is it Quest for the Holy Grail? Some people might say, oh, this is not fantasy, it's just a comedy. Well, it's a comedy fantasy, so therefore, it earns away on my list. It's hilarious. And it's just hilariously funny and greatly acted out, and just some of the things, just the people walking behind with the coconut, and then the guy, where did you get the coconuts? Swallow couldn't get out, whatever, you know. It's full with side-splitting humor. It makes it all the way to number 9.
Number 8 on my list is another Tim Burton movie. Corpse Bride.
A really underrated movie.
Yes. Well, it was it was a claymation movie, and that's hard to do when their heads are this big and their bodies are just a little, toothpick size. I mean, that's difficult to do.
It's hard to go according to plan.
Yeah, it is. And Tim Burton pulled it off, and he did it, and it was a great movie. It had a very big twist. I mean, who would have thought that the woman and man that the evil, wicked parents set them up with actually had something in common. They both didn't want to get married, and ended up in the end getting married. It's a really neat twist. and I like the songs in it. Danny Elfman, you know,
He's the man.
He knows what he's doing.
the man Elf.
He hears the song in his head already before he even puts it down. So that's what we're into.
Alright, moving on to The Fellowship of the Ring.
Now, it's a pretty good movie, but I've seen it way too many times. Do you want me to count how many times I've seen it?
I bet you could. Well, now you see, for me, I love The Fellowship of the Ring. I was actually not allowed to see it in theaters. I guess I was too young at the time, and my family comes home, my brothers and sisters are like, oh, it's so cool, all the decapitations and cuts and guys down the blood. Anyway, I'm like, oh, crap. This actually is the only movie that has made me cry. This is the only, I mean, you might laugh at that, but it's the only one movie that's made me cry. This is it. There was a scene where Sam nearly drowns himself to go help his friend, and he's like, I made a promise, Mr. Crow. A promise. Don't you leave Samwise Gamgee. I don't mean to. Oh man, I was like, no, crap.
Oh boy.
But it's still a greatly crafted movie. Peter Jackson did a great job. He makes it all the way to number 8.
So number 7 is a good movie, which you guys know. It's, how shall I say, Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, Nightmare Before Christmas. It is bigger than ever nowadays. Well, I was waiting forever for this to get on DVD. This is such a great movie because it is crap.
Tim Burton again.
Tim Burton did not direct this, but he designed it. He had the idea, and him on this, and Danny Elfman once again followed
I'm the man up.
And you know, it's a great movie. Has tons of lots of fantasy elements, from creepy horror type style to nice Christmassy style.
It's a nice idea. What if the people who made Halloween took over Christmas? And I can never have thought of this, but it's a great idea. So for me, next, number 7 is Stardust. Stardust with Claire Danes and what's that?
The other guy's name, who was also in The Stone of Destiny.
But
we gotta get out of here. We gotta get back to Britain.
Like some people haven't even seen that. So anyway, Stardust is basically a movie where this star falls out of the sky, and this guy wants to get the star to give to a woman so he could propose to her. But along the way, there's these princes that also want to get it, because if they get the thing that the star has, then they can become king. And then there's a witch that's after her, because if she gets to chop out the star's heart and eat it, she'll be young again.
Yep.
Anyway, it's a really interesting. Robert De Niro's in that movie, right?
Yes, he is. Unfortunately, would you get a mobster to dress up like a woman? I don't think so.
These spoilers here.
I just did. And you did too.
Dude, do you know what a spoiler is?
Dude, we ruined the ending. I ruined the ending. What was it?
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride. And we ruined the ending for.
Well, everyone's seen the Fellowship of the Ring. Anyway, Stardust is just a really nice and magical film. Makes it all the way to
Who would have thought she was a star? Anyways,
you love Claire Danes.
I love her to death. Claire, if you're listening to this right now, you're a great actress. Can't wait to be working with you. It's going to be a real treat to be working with you in the movies to come. And
for those who don't know, he wants to be a director.
Got a lot of great fantasy adventure type movies that will be really cool. Get to do a lot of stunts. It'll be really sweet. Can't wait. Okay,
move on!
Give me a call.
To see the rest of my list, go to part 2.